Hey, what's up, everyone?
Hey, my name is Amy and this is TJ. This is our daughter Ember. We also have a 10-year-old foster son. We call him Jay and he's in bed right now. So, we are the faces behind the blog, The Hood in the Homestead. So, if you are watching this video, it's probably because you follow our blog. We're super thankful that you do. Our goal this year is to be able to post one blog every week. I try to post on Fridays, and then the last week of the month, whether it's a fourth week or a fifth week, we will post a video. So that is what we're doing right now. So thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for being here. We're super excited just to recap our month with you and go over some fun things that we are excited about in the future. One thing we wanted to do was just introduce you guys to our businesses. We each have one, so I'll let you go first.
Yeah, so I recently officially started Safefish Creations. Basically, it's a general construction, remodel, handyman type service for whatever projects you've got. Currently, I'm doing a couple of, kitchen remodel, tile backsplash, and some cabinets. A different project that's some cabinet organization, sliding shelves, and that sort of thing. Basically, I started last summer. Started on some outdoor projects, some decks, and that type of stuff, and some other odds and ends. And then this little thing called the coronavirus came around and seriously disrupted the supply chain for building materials. And either I could not get materials or prices on materials doubled. So basically, just stopped for a little while, took a break. And then here, the first of the year, I kind of started up again and I've got some interests and got some projects going.
Yeah. Super proud of him for getting that all official and getting kicked off with that. Love seeing him do what he loves. I have a business, an event planning business. It's called Joyful Event Planning. I've officially had it for 2 years. Yep. 2 years now. I think I started it in 2019. It was right towards the beginning of the year. It's obviously, again, we both have these businesses on the side, so it's not what we do primarily. But I do lots of different weddings, different things like that. Something I'm super excited about for this year is we're going to launch farm camp. So it's something we'll do out here at our house. We live on a little acreage. And it will be able to have kids from the city come out and learn about the farm, learn about animals, just because we realize that there's a huge lack of knowledge of like agriculture and animals and different things like that with kids who don't have that opportunity every day. Something that we both grew up around and something that we're both pretty passionate about. So
It all links into basically our backgrounds. So we both grew up on farms, small rural communities and stuff. But we both have a heart for the inner city and work a lot with the inner city. So by having this farm camp, we feel that we can make that connection and really bring in some kids that wouldn't get that opportunity and teach them some stuff along the way as well.
So we just kind of wanted to give you a little overview. I know I wrote some blogs about our animals in the past, but have really started trying to keep our blog up to date this year. So if you haven't gone back into the archives of what I've written, we just wanted to introduce some of our animals to you. We call our animals the mini menagerie because it's just a collection of animals, and right now all of them are miniature animals. So
Either miniature in breed or just small in nature.
Yes. So we have outside in our barn we have 4 goats. We have Phyllis, Frankie, Ferdinand, and Freddie. And then we have lots of ducks and chickens. We have 3 potbelly pigs named Pixie, Maple, and Sizzle. And then we have our miniature pony, Jack, and our miniature donkey, Donnie. And inside we have 2 ferrets named Penny and Belle, and 2 sugar gliders. They came with their names. Their names are Jellybean and Diego. and then 2 hedgehogs, and they are Java and Mocha, and 3 turtles, and they also came with names. They were adopted. I'm not 100% sure of what their names are. I think Eugene, Yertle, and Petey, I think is what they told me their names were. I just really like to watch them swim around. So they're the turtles. Other ways, we have lots of cats running around here. We also foster for a humane society, which we'll talk about in a little bit as well. So one thing that I'm super excited about is that hopefully tomorrow I will be able to purchase some cows for us. Cows that I'm going to purchase tomorrow won't be miniature, which makes me really sad, but hopefully we're going to purchase them to turn a profit in the future. My goal would be to purchase calves, so they would be small when I buy them, and get them fed and raised up to be big cows where I can then take them back and sell them, because I will be emotionally attached to them, and hopefully use what I sell them for to purchase cattle that we can to purchase a cow, or cattle plural, that we can have processed and support people around us by selling the meat.
Yeah. So yeah, kind of going back on where we're getting the cattle from, or possibly getting cattle from, is the sale barn. And for anybody that's not from a rural community or doesn't understand what that is, here locally down home, there's what's called the sale barn. Basically, it's an auction every Saturday, and they've got agricultural livestock, hay, general merchandise, that sort of thing that you can go and bid on and purchase at an auction. And each Saturday, they always start with hay, always got a good selection of hay and stuff, and then they go to, they've got chickens and ducks, rabbits, small animals that they do every Saturday. And then depending on which Saturday of the month it is, they have specialty sales, and they can be cattle, sheep and goats, pigs, that sort of thing, or horses.
Yeah, they cater a lot to small communities, so right at the beginning of the year they'll have these specialty auctions, because a lot of families and kids are looking to purchase 4-H projects, and that's just like a agricultural program that a lot of kids in the country are involved in. So they'll often purchase their animals for their summer projects now during this winter and spring months.
So in the past, in our adventures to the sale barn, you never really know what you're going to come home with, because it is an auction. But we came home with Donnie. He's our miniature donkey. He came from a breeder of some sort, I would guess. He was kind of slightly neglected in a way. I think some of the other donkeys at the place he was previously were kind of bullying him. He had patches of hair missing, that sort of thing, from where other donkeys or horses were biting him. Since we've gotten him, those have all cleared up, and he's in great health and has a full winter coat of hair. And then get ducks and chickens quite frequently from the sale barn as well. And then we also got Frankie from the sale barn. He's one of the 2 smaller goats that we have. He was a just kind of fell through the cracks that day and went cheap. And we were looking for a friend for Ferdinand, who we got from the Humane Society. So we were able to give him a home. I think that's about it for what we've currently gotten from there.
One other another thing that we do is we foster a lot of animals, and we foster people too, but we foster a lot of animals. And we partner with a humane society called Town and Country Humane Society. So animals that we have that have come from them are our sugar gliders and our turtles. But right now, what we're fostering, we just last weekend brought our bunny that we had been fostering in, and he will be at the shelter. He hadn't been getting a lot of interest, so we're hoping that by bringing him there, he will get more traffic to see him, and he'll get more interest that way. And then we have several cats. That's what we primarily foster, is cats. I have Winter right now. We were told when we got her that she was going to have babies. We got her the first week of January, I believe. December, I'm sorry. I picked her up December 6th, I believe. It was right before we quarantined for the rest of the year. The gestation period of a cat is like 9 weeks, I believe, and they told me that she was 6 weeks along. And so by the time, like, January 1st rolled around, I was like, hey, is this cat gonna have kittens or not? I thought for sure one time she was going to, and she didn't. I'm pretty sure she was just in heat. So she is not pregnant. We have not decided. And so she just gets to hang out with us until she goes in for her spay appointment. All the cats either get spayed or neutered before they can be adopted, and then she'll be up for adoption. She's a super sweet cat. She's what we call a tortie cat. She's primarily brown with lots of speckles in her fur. So she's super sweet. She just doesn't like other cats at all, so she has to stay in our porch that we have, that is just another space that we keep animals if they need to be separated. We also have Frosty. I've had Frosty a long time, since probably August. I would say August. He and his siblings came to me when they were itty bitty. They would fit in your hand, and I bottle fed them a little bit. One of our other foster cats, her name is Indy. She came to us on the 4th of July, and she had 3 kittens with her. And here's Blizzard, so perfect timing. Indy had 3 kittens, and she's a great mama to them. She's not super tame, so she doesn't really like people, but she is super good mama. Her kittens were pretty big, and these kittens that Frosty and his siblings didn't really have a mama. We were acting as their mama at the moment. Another foster had them. And I said, hey, my cat has these 3 kittens. They're pretty big. I could wean them off of her, and she could feed these little ones, because it's best if they can have a cat mama, not a human mama. And so she raised these other 3 kittens for me. So Indy's been with us since the 4th of July. That's how she got her name and her kittens. Her first kittens were Snap, Crackle, and Pop. And then she raised Frosty, Malt, and Frosty, Malt, and Sunday for us. And I still have Frosty. He had a tail injury, and so he had it since he was very, very little. And it recently just started bothering him more. We always knew it would be a possibility. But he ended up needing the end of his tail amputated. So he has like 3/4 of a tail, but right now he's running around with a little naked tail because they had to shave his tail when they gave him his surgery. But his tail is healed really well, and so now we're just kind of waiting for the scabs to go away, and then he'll be able to go for adoption as well. And then lastly, we have Blizzard. And she is a little ragdoll kitten. She's absolutely adorable. I'm going to see if we can grab her. So both she and Frosty actually are kind of like this, and you can't even tell, but they have bright blue eyes. It's going to look red in the camera just because it's really hard to catch their eyes just because of the color. But she's super, super sweet. She's absolutely adorable. Super fluffy. But she also has, I'll try to show you, her tail was broken. Sorry, I don't know if you look at a kitty butt, but her tail was broken when she was really little. So she came to us with a broken tail that had healed incorrectly. So next week she will go, and her tail, I believe, will be a full amputation. They'll probably just have to take it right off at her bone, at her tail end there. Just because it sticks out from the side of her body and just healed incorrectly. She can still control it, but it's going to be a hindrance to her in her future, I believe. So yeah, those are my fosters right now.
We tend to always get the cats that need a little bit more attention and care.
Yeah.
We've had the experience now to be able to handle kittens that have some more difficult issues to handle. We've gotten good at giving shots and vaccinations to everybody, giving fluids to some sick kittens through fluid injections. So yeah, we've gotten fairly decent at kind of handling kittens with a little bit more advanced issues.
Yeah. So that's kind of what we wanted to go over with you guys this week. Just kind of who we are, what we do, all that fun stuff. If you're still watching, thank you so much. We're super excited to just share our lives with you as we go throughout this year, and hopefully you guys will benefit from something that you read or see or hear from us. If not, please just laugh at us, because we just like to have fun, and our hope is just to bring you a little bit of joy. Hope you guys have a good month, and we will see you next month. Bye!